Hey everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back, playing some more StarCraft 2. This is the Whispers of Oblivion prologue campaign to Legacy of the Void. We're on Mission 2, Ghosts in the Fog.
My forces have secured a location near the temple grounds, and we are ready to move against the Tal'Darim. This should prove to be a truly glorious battle, brother.
Alright, so complete the mission, acquire 3,500 vespene gas from the eruption sites, destroy all the enemy Nexuses, so wipe the map. Similar to what I was saying last mission, this is really about understanding when the enemy attacks are going to hit you from and from which directions, and then making a certain amount of progress around the map in between them.
The Temple of Eris. Within those ancient walls lies our last hope.
Tal'Darim, seal the temple. None enter until my work is done. Any who defies my order will answer to their High Lord with blood.
The Tal'Darim High Lord is here. This surely bodes ill.
Our difficulties do not end there, Zeratul. This world is in its death throes. The vespene reserves beneath the surface are turbulent. The planet is in a state of constant eruption.
These fissures are the last remaining source of vespene. We will have to brave them to raise our army.
I pray this temple of yours is worth it.
So no consistent vespene source, we have to collect them from the ground. One of the achievements, as we saw, was to collect a bunch of it.
Very wise.
Alright, so we're going to make a lot of zealots, and just try to get to a reasonable amount of supply in order to make progress throughout this mission. We have a little bit of vespene here at the start, and I think we're just going to get stalkers.
The planet's core pressure is rising. This counter will keep you aware of the current seismic pressure. Be prepared to move out. I expect a fissure will erupt shortly.
Remember to chrono boost. Once we're done with the really this mission, once we're done with the last macro mission, which is this, of the prologue, we don't have to worry about really assigning chrono boost persistently. You just stick it on one building and it's fine in the future, in the actual Legacy of the Void campaign. So yeah, the attacks on this map can be pretty large, so you do need to be ready for them without over-investing in cannons, because honestly, cannons alone probably wouldn't be enough to push the attacks back anyway, so it's just going to end up being a lot of money. So it's much better to just be ready from a particular direction. And I think, again, I'm going to use my gas just to get some stalkers here at the beginning and focus on getting these probes out. And then eventually we'll move into getting a couple extra void rays, and then carriers, I think, is the most effective approach.
Fissures are forming in these locations. We will need to move quickly to collect the vespene.
Okay, so we're not in a rush, really, to get out there and collect the vespene right away. But we will pick it up in a reasonable amount of time, because we can use it right away. And let's just focus on, we'll just get 2 more stalkers. And we'll get a couple zealots as well, and getting some more gateways. So it's really just using our gateway cooldowns early on here. There's no time restriction on this map, so there's really no need to focus on going quick. It's one of those maps that can take a really long time if you sit and wait and not make progress. Okay, so the core is rupturing. There's our next stalker, and I'm going to start getting some zealots as well.
I'm here.
So let's move out and grab this. We can grab a Stargate so we can start getting some void rays. And a lot of this map too... Okay, why did you do that? A lot of this map too is knowing where you can go to not get killed by a larger enemy force. Like, certain parts are relatively safe for certain amounts of supply that you may have. Okay, so...
The Dark God has no use for you. He will not suffer you to live.
So here comes an enemy attack. Our stalkers are a little beaten up, but that's okay. And we have, some zealots here. We'll just blink away if our stalkers are starting to take some major hits. We just need to wait for this pylon, apparently. Getting supply blocked. All right, get down there. Please don't. Okay, my zealots are getting smoked. That's okay. Some of them lived. And then we do have this incoming Stargate. I'm going to move up and go for the next set of gas. We're going to need just some more gateways as well, just to get started here. So let's wait for one more round of zealots. I'll get a few more stalkers and continue getting more void rays, so I'm not going to spend my gas. We're going to stockpile some gas here or there. Okay, just keep... Well, that was unfortunate. That was a wasted chrono boost. That's okay. So let's head on up here and grab some more gas. Groups of enemies here, no big deal. Don't really even have to watch it. Was I Oh, it's because I lost something. I'm like, did I lose units or not? Okay, let's grab another void ray once our pylons are done. So I could try to move down and open up the first optional objective.
Eruption imminent. Fissures are appearing here.
The Tal'Darim are mining these rock formations.
Yes, I'm detecting a strong seismic reading in those locations. They must hide something of value. We should take a closer look.
Okay, so I'm going to come up here and try to clear out another vespene site right up here. So this is an interesting little thing. The Tal'Darim tend to warp in on top of you, so what is good to do is lure out the units that are sitting there. Let's go ahead and assign my anti-air forces separately. I'm going to auto-attack in and have my anti-air forces hit the prism. There we go, so that they're not getting extra units. And then we can sit here and wait for this eruption and then go back to base because we're going to get attacked. Okay, back to base. Let's queue up another void ray. Let's queue up 2 more void rays, that's fine. And we're going to need more pylons. And then with our extra gas, or minerals rather, we're going to make lots of zealots, and we're going to want to start upgrading those as well. Next attack should be coming up this ramp here soon. I'm going to get some extra stalkers as well. But let's wait for the next attack, and then I'm going to move down and grab this this next optional objective. That's probably enough void rays, just queued up a bunch of them. Okay, I'm going to grab a forge. Eventually we'll get a second Stargate, maybe 3. Okay, so I'm going to head over here. Again, I want to grab these bonus objectives because it does give you free... It gives you extra vespene. Just like a really... It's a minor trickle, but it's still worth it. Okay, so we're going to come down here. It's probably about time we grab some extra stalkers as well. As long as we have stalkers in the front, we're in good shape. Okay, there's that. Go for the rocks. Excellent. Next step, we're going to go back to base, keep making zealots.
A natural vespene vent. I will have the Void Seeker begin extracting it from orbit.
I'm going to get some extra gateways and pylons. And we might as well use our chrono boost here. Okay, next step, I'm going to start moving in this direction to clear out the next optional objective and get more vespene, because we see there's one set that's up there to get, and I'm just going to keep making zealots. Okay, here's another instance where we just want to lure them to us and stop them from warping in. Keep the stalkers in the back.
Another breach is occurring. Marking the fissure locations now.
Okay, stopping them from warping in, extremely important. And we should be getting attacked here pretty soon, I think. Let's attack over here. And then, Zealot, why don't you grab this gas, and then we'll send the rest of you home. To defend us against the next incoming attack, which should be soon, I think.
A second vent has been discovered. Seismic readings indicate one more remains.
Okay, so with that, I'm going to grab another Stargate. Let's grab one more gateway as well. 2 more gateways, pylons, and again, now we're just going to start getting a lot of zealots, more zealots. I'm going to wait for the next attack, and then I am going to go and attack the next, the expansion that we can get to. So let's get a few extra upgrades going, as well as a few extra stalkers as well. I'm not going to queue up more void rays. I think this is enough. And we got to make sure we don't get supply blocked. Again, I'm waiting for the enemy attack. We already got this. We have 2 of the bonus objectives, which is quite nice. The next sets of vespene vents are pretty well defended, so I'm not going to necessarily go right for them here. So So a lot of it is, if you have an inkling in your mind, you're like, I haven't been attacked for a while. That means just go wait in your base, because you're probably about to get attacked, so it's really not worth losing stuff. I get a few more stalkers. Again, I'm going to hotkey all my anti-air related stuff, just for this mission, just because we have no way to target anti-air specifically by auto-tag. We can't reinforce those units quickly, so I'm making sure that we hotkey them. That's something I could probably do every mission, you know, but I'm not gonna. Let's go attack this base. This is looking good. We can pull a probe off here, and we'll just keep chrono boosting these upgrades. Okay, up the ramp we go. I got a lot of zealots. This should be pretty good. And then, see, I'm going to use these units to attack the Void Rays particularly. And then move in here, make sure that we're staying on top of this stuff, and try not to lose any of my own Void Rays. Let's come up here. Hit the pylon, please, because they're warping in. Again, if we can stop any of the warp-ins, that would be ideal. And then on the back end of this, I'm going to grab a fleet beacon. And then send this probe up here to take this base. Okay, excellent. And then we can come up here.
Another breach is occurring. Marking the fissure locations now.
As you can see, whoever has the largest buildup of zealots typically wins, which is really important. Actually, let's get shields for our carriers. That was fine. I wasted that chrono boost a little bit, but that's all right. Alright, so let's back up and kind of secure this area. This middle section gets hit hard, and you're likely going to lose it unless you're in position to push back enemy attacks constantly. So let's do that. We have enough gas to start a carrier. We'll get some more gas later. And we're going to make more zealots with our extra money here. I think they attack over here with Void Rays and then eventually Colossi, so it's not worth throwing away zealots. So again, we're just sort of waiting. We're just sort of waiting, and let's just queue up these probes. Stay back a little bit. I think the Colossi... When I tried this mission before, the Colossi attacked me from over this area. All right, there they are. Yes, see, just like that. No, stop, stop, stop. Chase them down, Void Rays. Okay, the next step is going to be, again, getting this saturated, getting more zealots, and I would like to go and attack. There's a base up top here, and we wipe that out. That's going to be even more minerals, which is really what we need. And then more vespene eventually. So let's attack here.
This world and all its spoils belong to the chosen!
So again, we've got a lot of zealots, and a lot of this comes down to, again, who's got like a zealot, who's got more zealots than the other force, because then their major damage dealers in the back can start, can like really lay down the hurt if they're left alone. Okay, there's our first carrier. I'd like to get another one here pretty soon. We'll go and pick up some more gas eventually. Let's grab some more zealots. Shocking, I know. Okay, and the question is, where do we want to really go next? Because the next sets of areas are probably going to require more supply for us to be able to hold on to. So I think what I'll do is probably just sit and wait and slowly macro up. And we can grab one more carrier now. Chrono boost those. And I would love to get more of these upgrades, but we don't have the gas. It's getting to these geysers. There's large enemy groups around there, which is why I'm not going to go for it really soon right now. Let's just reinforce our zealots that we lost a bunch of. Mr. Carrier is out. Got those shields. That's nice. And again, we're getting this set up, and we can transfer a bunch of probes up here later. We can make pylons up here as well. So this base gets completely left alone. It's worth remembering that, so you don't have to worry about it. All right, I think that's probably enough probes for now. Get those zealots. I'll probably start getting a few more stalkers, and then we're going to save our gas. All right, after this next enemy attack, we're going to sweep down the right of the map.
Fissures are appearing here.
I don't know why I said the right of the map. We're going to start here and work our way down and clear out the middle of the map, I should say. And like I had mentioned, we're really not in a rush. So we're just gonna kind of take our time here, and we'll go for the next fissures soon. And we just want to make sure we pick up all the gas on the ground. Attack should be... I think it comes from up here, so let's just sort of wait for it. And I don't know if there are... Colossi or not, so this group could get smoked. Alright, here it comes. Let's move on in. As you can see, we got the Zealot advantage here. Alright, let's clump up, and we're going to move up this ramp, and we're going to start collecting as much gas as we can. So, air group, I need you to hit carrier. My carrier, move on in. There we go. Okay, we got a second carrier now. That's excellent. And I'm just going to keep reinforcing these zealots. And we'll be able to make more carriers here pretty soon. So let's clear out this area. We'll collect all this gas. We have 2 areas of gas that are now available to us. And it's totally worth going out of your way with 1 or 2 units to pick this stuff up. Because otherwise... you're just holding gas that... You're wasting time, I should say, because you can get building sooner rather than later. All right, let's move on up here. We have more gas. This is going towards our achievement to pick all this up as well. And I'm going to transfer a bunch of these probes to go up here. Maybe a few more of them as well. There we go. Okay, and then with our extra gas, I will continue to make carriers. Let's chrono boost. I'm going to grab my extra sets of upgrades as well. We can chrono boost all of this. There we go. And, sure, let's grab one more Stargate as well. More Zealots. And now we're going to move down to this part of the map, and we can intercept the next enemy attack that I think comes from this direction. So, by having all that stuff set up, we're good. We should have enough air units to make this happen as well. Just sort of keep the roll going. Okay, new Stargate. Let's chrono boost. There's our gas. Okay, so I'm going to hang out for a little bit. Again, wait for the next enemy attack. Make sure that we keep queuing up carriers. There's one right there. Might as well use all the energy that we have saved up and chrono boost everything. Now, I'm fairly certain the next attack is here. I would say we've made it through the harder part of this map, which is to take this middle base, and now that we have carriers coming out, we can pretty much finish this at our leisure. And soon enough, we're going to have more carriers, and then they're going to be all 1-1-1, and we can just keep slamming out zealots to flesh out our supply. All right, here comes an enemy attack.
I am detecting another eruption. Fissure locations have been marked.
Okay, and that's where you can see that our zealots are going to just get roasted. So I'm going to get up to 200 supply and grab more warp gates so that we can just make more zealots. Again, mostly just for the supply. And we have some extra money here as well, so why not build a little bit of defense. More carriers on the way. And now I'm going to start moving to the left. There's still a lot of stuff on this map. I'm going to wait for this next group of zealots to be built and more carriers. We're at 24 minutes. We just took out an enemy attack, so I'd say let's move down to the bottom of the map. We don't have to come down here. It's just to clear out a small base. So we take all this out. Our zealots really are just there to distract, while our carriers and Void Rays are the ones that are dealing the most damage. You can see I'm replacing the Void Rays almost exclusively with carriers now. And then just keep making those zealots. Okay, come on over here, friends. Pick up all this gas. The further away the eruptions are, the more gas tends to come out of them. So that's worth remembering. Okay, and now we can get fully maxed out, which is very nice as well. Okay, let's come up and grab this gas next. Never mind, that's a ledge. Okay, we're just gonna keep pushing. The next attack should be coming soon.
Demands your blood.
Then he shall be disappointed.
You tell him, Talus. And like I mentioned, I'm pretty sure that we're in like a semi-victory lap right now. It just depends on where the next attack comes from, and we have a lot of gateways that we can use. I think I'm gonna suicide these probes. Why don't you just come on up here? Because again, the next attack could hit us in the middle and surprise us, because it should be coming at us at any moment now. Let's just kind of keep pushing our way through the middle of the map here, and queue up more carriers. There we go. And then up to the last bonus objective. We have enough we have enough carriers to win. So even as our base falls, it doesn't really matter. Okay, hit their carrier, please. And then this carrier, please. Use that chrono boost energy. Okay, and then there's our last bonus objective. Head over to the last eruption.
Excellently done, Zeratul. The Void Seeker is now extracting vespene from all 3 vents.
So I feel like this map has a pretty good flow to it in the sense that, you know, you're starting with mostly zealots and a few stalkers, and you're relying on every little bit that you can. Now we have to head back to base because we're getting hit by this. And you're just trying to do any little amount of damage that you can with any unit that you can. Looks like our carrier and cannon should be able to handle this. And then by the end of it, you've got carriers, which is really satisfying. All right, that should be the last enemy attack we're going to have to deal with here. We can send probes out even to pick up...
Fissures are appearing here.
To pick up the gas. And we just keep queuing up carriers and chrono boosting. It is satisfying, I think, to get to that mass carrier build. It's really strong. We only needed 3,500 gas picked up, which is like nothing compared to what we've got now. We probably have way more than that.
Our forces are closing upon the temple. We should gather our warriors and strike as one.
Okay, we don't really need this gas. You can go back to base, keep queuing up those. I could have gotten more Stargates by the end here, but that's okay. We're basically maxed out.
Warriors, fight with all you have, and the temple will be ours.
Hear, hear, to glorious battle!
Just using my Void Race to actually kill their carriers. And they have a lot of Colossi, so there's like no way you're getting through here with a ground force. So let's just cut up and destroy this top part. The last Nexus is down here. Okay, carrier's down. Look at this Void Ray, he wants to help. Okay, we have 13 carriers with more on the way. So we're just gonna casually blast all this. We can pick up more gas even though we don't need it. But you can see we're at 30 in-game minutes. Probably could have finished this a little bit faster if I would have been a bit more aggressive. And part of it is just knowing, as I had mentioned, which way to go. Don't destroy the door, please. We're gonna come down here because we want to make sure we kill the Nexus. We'll just fully wipe the map just for fun. We'll kill every single unit and building. So we had wiped out all of this. Got all of our bonus objectives. That should be all we need. And then more carriers on the way. All right, there's the last Nexus. Tried to rebuild it instantly. I say nay. And I really don't know of any other way to finish this without Mass Void Rays or Mass Carrier, based on the amount of Colossi they have in this base. I don't know. Like, he can't just, like, Mass Zealots and run them in there. I left one Tal'Darim thing up there. It's a Zealot. We're gonna go kill that Zealot. Go get him. Where you going, buddy? I think he's suiciding. Like, he knows all the buildings are gone, so sometimes they're triggered to do that.
The way forward is clear at last.
Yes, but the Tal'Darim are not known to take defeat lightly. They will come to rescue their High Lord, and in force.
Go, Zeratul. Find the answers you seek within the temple. Our blades shall grant you the time you need.
Have my thanks, Talus. Entaro Tassadar.
Adun Toridas, brother.
All right, excellent. So we picked up 7,400 gas. We destroyed all the Nexuses. We needed 3,500. So we over doubled the amount needed for gassed up. 3144, again, this is a longer map in general. It's a pretty long macro map that requires general map control and vision, because those enemy attacks are large enough that you can spam cannons and waste a ton of money on them, and they still won't really be able to help you because of the carriers and the colossi that come. So it's worth just having a practice run to get a general sense of the flow of the map. It's like every 3 to 4 minutes, as was the last map, where you're getting attacked. It could be from the top or the bottom, and you just have to be sort of prepared for it and have your army in a position that can either respond quickly or completely intercept them. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. When we come back, we'll play the final Whispers of Oblivion prologue map. Bye now.